Hello everyone, welcome to the audiobook. This is Sureka Ramachandran. Today's book is Ik and Crud Going to the Vet. Okay guys, let's go inside the book 3. Meet the characters Crud, Ik, Miss Puffy and Bob. Be strong. Bob set out 2 small crates. Ik and Crud knew what that meant. A trip to Grandma Bob's house or the vet. I am not falling for that again, said Ik. Ik and Crud backed away. Bob tossed a bone into each crate. Be strong, said Crud. But it looks so tasty, said Ik. I can almost feel the crunch. It's just a trick, said Crud. Ik inched closer to the crate. He sniffed. The dog bone smells filled his nose. Don't do it, begged Crud. But in walked Ik. Snap! The crate door slammed shut and locked. Crud buried his head under his paws. Was it worth it? He asked. Ik gnawed on his bone and shook his head up and down. Okay, buddy, said Crud. For you, I'll go where no dog should ever go. Crud took slow puppy steps into the other crate. His head hung low. Snap! The door slammed shut. Not a fun ride. Bob grabbed the crates and loaded them into his car. Ik liked car rides much more than Crud did. Ik liked to bark at the other cars, at kids walking by, and at the shadow of his tail. Ik also liked to hang his head out the window. He liked the way his tongue flapped in the air. But not this time, not in this crate. So he just barked and barked and barked. Can you please stop yapping? Asked Crud. I have a headache now. The vet can take care of that, said Ik, and he kept on barking. Down Maple Street, up Elm Street, across Main Street and all around the town, until they got to the place they feared most, the vet. Ik tried to bark to show Bob what a bad thing he had done, but instead of oof, he could barely squeak out ooh. Crud liked that. Eat a pickle. Let's get you two inside, said Bob. The vet is waiting. He pushed open the office door. A lady with a hair like a French poodle's greeted them. Have a seat, she said and pointed. Bob unlatched the crates. Out tumbled Ik and Crud. They looked at the only empty seat. Beside it sat Mrs. Martin. On her lap Miss Puffy posed, licking her paws like they were lollipops. Oh, Ik, said Ik. Oh, Crud, said Crud. Do you think she saw us? Hello, boys, proved Miss Puffy. She saw us, whispered Ik. Are you here for your shot? Asked Miss Puffy. Shots? Cried Ik. Oh, no. Don't listen to her, said Crud. I am sure it's just a checkup. Of course, said Miss Puffy, and she hissed a laugh. I am here to get my picture taken, she said. The vet is making his calendar for next year. I will be January. Crud rolled his eyes. What a sad start to the year, he whispered. Then he looked away. In the window, Crud spotted a turtle. He barked, hello. He would have called out the turtle's name, but he didn't know if the turtle had one. The turtle never said, so Crud called him Turtle. It was better than calling him Pickles, which is what Ik wanted to call him. Look, who's here? Crud said. Ik lifted his paw in a wave. Now I want to eat a pickle, he mourned. Turtle slowly lifted his head and winked. Crud was sure he heard the little turtle giggle. As he turned around, he found out why. The vet stood in the doorway. In his hand was the largest needle Crud had ever seen. No way, Bob. Yowza, said Crud. Uh-oh, said Ik. Ik and Crud, the vet called. You are next. Ik darted under Bob's chair. Come on, boys, said the vet. Ik grabbed onto the chair leg. Come on, said Crud. I'm not going in there alone. Nope, not going to do it, Ik said. You go ahead and tell me about it later. Send me an email. Bad times are never so bad with a friend by your side, said Crud. Or at least that's what Bob always says. This chair leg is my only friend now, said Ik. He licked the leg. Bob squatted. Come on, boy, he said. He grabbed for Ik. No way, Bob, cried Ik. With Bob on the floor, Crud saw his chance to escape. He took off for the front door. Bob jumped to his feet and scooped him up just in time. Then Bob tugged on Ik's collar. Come on, boy, he said. Ik kicked his paw all the way to the big white room. Have fun, proved Miss Puffy. Bad. Once inside, the vet quickly shut the door. "Who is first?" he asked and waved the needle in his hand. "It's just so big," said Dick, staring at the needle. "You can go first," said Crud. "I don't mind. It's just so big," said Ick again. "Go on, Ick," said Crud. "I insist." Crud slipped behind him. The vet reached down to grab Ick, but Ick rolled on his side, did a backflip, and landed behind Crud. Then he pushed Crud towards the vet. "Sorry, buddy," he whispered. Vet scooped Crud up, plopped him on the table, and plunged the needle into his hairy boot. "Ooh!" yelled Crud. "Bad vet, bad, bad, bad." Ick froze. The vet handed Crud a bone and put him down. Then he reached for Ick and lifted him onto the table. "It's just so big," Ick mumbled. He grabbed his boot. "Oh, the horror," Ick moaned. "Why, oh, why did I look?" Crud gnawed on his bone and didn't look up. "Help me, Crud. I am too young to die. I am too pretty to die. I am too cuddly to die. I have so many more squirrels to chase and so many flowers to pee on. Oh, the horror." The vet plopped Ick back onto the floor and handed him a small bone. "What just happened?" asked Ick. "You got a shot," said Crud. "When?" asked Ick. "When you were crying like a scaredy pup," said Crud. "I don't cry," said Ick. Then he looked back at his boot. "It was just so big," he said. "I shouldn't have looked." "But you didn't feel a thing," said Crud. "So will you go first next time?" Ick shook his head. "Is that a yes?" asked Crud. "That would be a no," said Ick. "Are you sure?" asked Crud. "As sure as I know that the only good day is a day with you," said Ick. "Okay, buddy, then let's go home," said Crud. They both hopped into their crates and happily chewed their yummy bones all the way home, even though neither could sit down. Hello everyone. I hope you guys enjoy this audiobook. We will meet in next audiobook. If you like this audiobook, please click the like button and subscribe it. Thank you.